The Ben Heck Show is brought to you by Element 14, the electronic design community and online store built for engineers and hobbyists alike. Join now and browse the store at element14.com.
Benjamin J. Heckendorf. Every week he takes on new projects, shares tips and tricks, and answers your viewer questions on The Ben Heck Show.
Hello and welcome back to The Ben Heck Show. In today's episode, we'll be visiting the Design West conference in San Jose to see what's new in the world of electronics. Let's get in there.
But first, the news.
Today in Ben News, I'm excited to use the new Beagle Bone Black, which I saw here at Design West. Beagle Bone is similar to the Raspberry Pi. It's a little beefier. It has a lot more I/O on it. And someone from TI was kind enough to give me one yesterday, so I will be able to use it in future projects. It's got a pretty snappy Linux distribution on it, and I guess you can put Ubuntu on it and everything because it has a more advanced ARM processor. So I'm looking forward to using this in a future project. So yes, Beagle Bone Black. We're here at Design West 2013. I have a map here which I've marked with locations of interest. Let's go look at them. Okay, Atmel's down the road here. Let's go take a look at them. I'm here at the Atmel booth. I've used their products in a lot of my projects, so I'm interested to see what new stuff they have here at the show. Time to get in there. I believe this is a temperature sensor, right? I saw this yesterday. Oh, and you got a regulator in there?
Right, yeah, and it's basically the temp sensor right in the back here.
Those are Zigbee modules.
Oh, that's the temperature sensor?
That's the physical temp sensor.
So once the regulator gets too hot, you blow more air on it?
Right, it's going down. And you can see for right here, we just got it banded to go for between 90 and about 100 degrees, which is those two lines right there.
Trigger.
Right.
Okay.
So at the low end, it'll turn off the fan. And then as it starts to heat back up again, when it hits the upper range, it'll turn the fan back on.
It's a neat little module here. What chip is on it?
It's the X Mega. There's an explain board.
Nice, I should get one of those. You never have enough development boards.
No. Always can use more development boards.
Yeah, I like the little screen you got in there too. That's nice. Oh, they have little spider robots too. Looks like they're off right now. Wind speed detector.
Yeah, so this is.
Let's see what's over on the other side. Guess how many buttons there are and win a prize. 600. I love these little OLED displays they have here. Great to embed those. Well, you know, they're good for little indicators and whatnot. Okay, we're gonna find out if I'm alive.
And how alive you are. So you're at 96 by the looks of it, right?
Is this my pulse?
That's the percentage of oxygen in your blood, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. That could be your pulse, yeah. Looks like it, doesn't
PM, something per minute.
it? If you start
Pulses per
jumping up
minute.
and down, then you'll see if it goes up. There you go.
You're the best around.
There you go, see,
Nothing's
your
ever
pulse.
gonna bring you down. Awesome. Cool, so I'm not dead.
You're not dead, yep, and you've got plenty of oxygen to stay alive.
I was worried. Cool. That's a neat sensor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the alarm, I'm dead. It's home automation products. You've had those on the show before. There's a webcam on it.
We have these.
And a touchscreen, it looks like? Yes.
So this would be potentially a camera in your home that you could then, through the web, now access on your phone anywhere in the world. But it goes beyond
so it has
that,
a
right?
web server on it, so you can
A
log
web
into it.
server, you can go through the Wi-Fi, you can go through cellular, and you can get to it on your phone anywhere on the World Wide Web. And of course, it's beyond just a camera. You can have sensors for moisture, for flood. You know, if you've got a flood.
Yeah, using all the I/O, right?
You could have movement sensors. And now with automation, you can switch on your washing machine or turn on your cooker.
Or your heats or your lights or whatnot.
The question is why you'd want to, of course, but you can do that.
Oh, if you were gone. Well, it could turn on the heat during the day when no one's there and save energy.
It's good, like, and if you've got automatic blinds and you know it gets really hot during the day and you forgot to bring them down, you can bring them down. If you've got to leave the heating on, you can turn it off.
So the energy and the expense consumed by this could be offset by any potential savings once you automate your home.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Right, that's the
it has
idea.
enormous energy savings. All the hotels in Las Vegas use this now, right? When people aren't in the rooms, in the rooms, it knows when to put the blinds down to keep the heat out. In the winter, it knows to put them up to heat up the rooms. So it does all that automatically.
Oh, really?
All that automatically, so it reduces their spend on on heating and cooling costs.
Very smart.
Which in Las
Atmel
Vegas
is
a
leading the
big deal.
charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're leading the charge in automating your life and keeping you alive.
Thanks. Well, now that my home is safe and I'm not dead, it's time to move on to the next booth.
The other ones.
Okay, so it's a real egg, folks.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You're going to throw it on this gel mat?
Yes.
But what if it breaks?
Let me see.
It's going to make history, folks. Wow. You know those competitions like in middle school where you have to drop an egg off a building? This would have totally won. Can I try it? Can I drop it from? Yes. I have to make sure. Yep, it feels like it's a real egg. Awesome. Cool, thanks for that demonstration. Okay, so we're here at the ARM booth, and they appear to have some sort of liquid dispenser, which caught my attention because I had a client actually asking about making a coin op that can dispense liquids. So what can you tell me about this?
All right. Well, this is a demo provided by Sprint. This is a connected keg solution. So basically we have...
Hey, that's you!
That's me, yeah. We have a keg that's instrumented with a variety of sensors, and they're controlled by a small data modem. So when we pour a drink, the flow meter detects that we're pouring, and when it stops, it triggers the camera to take a picture, right? And then that is uploaded over Sprint's 3G network into Salesforce.com's web service backend, and then it's presented on this page here. So it'll take a minute or two to get up because of the cellular data speeds.
So what is the purpose of this?
This is just kind of an example application of showing how you can take a set of sensors and controls, integrate them together on a small data modem with some processing and some connectivity. There's an ARM-powered Atmel chip in there handling the sensors. It can make intelligent decisions about when to send a report back to its, in this case, the Salesforce service or whatever other data solution you're using.
Can I drink this?
Absolutely, yeah. Help
Was it
yourself.
root beer?
It's root beer from Devil's Canyon Brewery.
It's very good.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is root beer of the future.
Probably, yeah.
Advanced reduced instruction set computer machine root beer.
Very good. It's kind of like a machine-to-machine communications example application. So this is a bit of fun, but you can imagine extending this to logistics or process control. You have sensors out there and they're connected, reporting intelligently. You're amalgamating all that data somewhere and then publishing that to the rest of your business or to your suppliers.
If you have like a
whatever.
fleet of coin op, you can keep
Absolutely.
tracks on your
Yeah,
machines.
yeah.
And if they break down, you know immediately.
You know immediately. You can replace it efficiently, so you don't have to have rolling maintenance and this kind of thing. You can do it on demand.
We had another, we had a person contact, they contacted me about a project, and they were looking at apartment buildings, like keeping track of the heat and the gas leak levels, so they know if there is a heat, if it's just if it's a client, if it's just a tenant complaining too much, or if the heat is actually out. They don't have to do all these expensive service calls. And
exactly.
And I was like, yes, that's a great idea.
Looking at that. There's several companies who are developing sensors for that kind of thing, and software services to deliver that data as well.
You know, what could push ARM over the top is have ice cream with this root beer.
That is a very good idea.
Intel would be toast, obviously. That would be the end.
That would probably sink them.
Yeah, so this is a little web server that's running on an A5 core, and it's displaying a CGI script. So it's pretty much a screenshot of this target, and there's an M4 sitting on there that's reading the data from the accelerometer, and Linux is querying the M4 for data and being sent back to it, and then if you move it about, the web server will move the image of the board.
Oh, so it's
just a
this position
screenshot
using accelerometer or whatnot?
Yeah, correct.
Got it. So if I was to tilt it on end, the image should change. Can I pick it up?
Yeah, you can. But
Like this?
It's actually stopped now for some reason.
No, I've ruined it.
I know, it's a bit fidgety sometimes. Let me just refresh that. There, it's going again.
Try it now.
It's actually just yeah, you can do it.
Oh, okay, so it's updating in real time.
Yeah.
Okay,
It doesn't have any jitter analysis, so it's jittery a bit. So, for example, if you
I get the point.
If you knock the table, you'll see something like that.
Oh my gosh, we can also double as an earthquake detector.
Yeah, something like that.
Element 14 is your dev kit headquarters.
DevKit HQ.
Easier with a huge in-stock selection of the industry's most popular dev kits. DevKit HQ. Easier with exclusive devices developed in collaboration with Element 14 and top suppliers. DevKit HQ. Easier with a complete solution ready to ship today. Dev kits, software, design tools, operating systems, test equipment, and much, much more. DevKit HQ. Easier with 24/5 live online chat or a direct call to our technical support team. Hello team, it's me. DevKit HQ. Easier with the Node online technical library and research tool to find all the information you need. DevKit HQ. Adopting the latest technologies just got easier with your DevKit HQ. Element 14.
Those are like an N2 sensor, CO2 sensor.
Oh, so there's, okay.
Sensor. Oh, actually, no, those are flow controllers. The sensors are in the bag in the front. So it's kind
those
of
DC motors there?
Yep, those are DC motors for controlling the pumps. These are peristaltic pumps. They actually push liquid through the tubes.
Oh, like kneading bread.
Yeah, exactly, without allowing contact with the liquid because you don't want the pumps to have to be cleaned.
Oh, so they do it. Oh, I get it. Yeah, so they do it by compressing the pumps.
Right.
Got it. So,
the tubing.
Can I touch this?
Yeah, all of it.
Oh, so it's fairly rubberized.
Rubbery, kind of silicon tubing.
Interesting. Oh, so it kind of works like your intestines do. It's like
kind of nurturing.
Yeah, right.
That's true. You're right.
So all technology is reverse engineering to nature to some extent, but then this doesn't look like nature. But yeah. That's awesome.
In the end, you have
some sort of
control and record the status, and this is, for example, RTDs and thermocouples that are here. A lot of the I/O that comes off of there is controlling pumps and valves and heaters and all that.
That is so cool. So this could be like the world's most expensive beer brewing machine, but it's used for cultivating cells. Oh, these are quick connects. Instead of having a header on your board, which can take up a lot of space, and also headers aren't cheap, these are spring-loaded tabs that connect with little teeth, so they're spring-loaded, and they just push into the board. That's the fastest way I can describe it. That's right?
And then we have 10 pins and 14 pins.
Sorry about
so
that.
6,
Slightly
10, 14.
Hey, it's AMD. As you know, I did a bunch of projects for them for South by Southwest this spring, so I'm going to check out their booth here at Design West. I almost forgot where I was. Hey, look what's over here. It's that Steam box that isn't a Steam box. I've seen it online, but I'm holding it in my hand. It's very solid. I believe this is pretty beefy. Well, yeah. There's certainly enough ports on the back of it. Oh, it's got a display port. Interesting. Huh. Now I'm going to open this up as soon as they don't look. Don't look. So apparently you can hook up 9,000 things at the back of this, which is good because there's the one thing I've noticed small embedded systems don't have is enough USB ports. You never have enough. Like how it's got a display port and an Ethernet, but still DVI, because I was kind of worried the DVI was going to go away, and I don't know. I don't want to let go of it just yet, even though HDMI is the same thing. So this is the Gizmo board, which you may remember us using on some of those AMD projects, and they have it balancing a large pinball. I can tell this is bigger than a pinball, but let's see what happens. This is a pressure sensor, I assume? Yeah. Okay. Hey, you could use this in a pinball machine, this pressure sensor. Make like a cool toy with it. It's submerged in water. I'm not sure what purpose this would have. Maybe at SeaWorld, or if you're a scuba diver, perhaps. Or if you had a computer on the Titanic, this would be very useful. It's very cool technology, though. Okay, we're here at the Microchip booth. You've seen us use many Microchip products on the show. Quite often we've used the PIC32, so we're here at their booth to see what kind of new solutions and technology they have to offer. This is a stove. Well, yeah, basically you put refuse in here and you burn it, and I assume it's use a piezo?
Yeah,
no, peltier.
Yeah, right.
So what it would do, yes, it would use the difference in heat to generate voltage.
The difference in temperature generates electricity that we harvest and charge a battery pack in here that allows you to plug in something in the USB port. You can charge your cell phone or run a light from it.
Yeah, you have to really get it cooking, we noticed.
Yeah,
but it does work.
But the fan blows down on the fire and gets it burning pretty hot.
Right. So Peltier, it's like when you apply voltage, it creates a temperature difference. When you apply temperature difference, it creates voltage.
It creates voltage, that's right.
Very awesome.
Yep.
That would be the Peltier effect?
That is.
All right. That's cool. There's a pick in there.
There's a pick in there, yeah. So we use the pick.
That could be your new slogan. There's a pick in there.
There's a pick in there.
Right?
Pick inside. I think that one's kind of taken.
We're at the TI, Texas Instruments booth. Yes. And we're seeing what new products they have. including this servo spider thing, which is on a glass, so it cannot harm anyone apparently. Remember the episode where we talked about different types of buses? Well, here are some nice, beautiful signs that show you them. USB 3.0, CAN bus, which we didn't cover, but it's used in your car. SPI, as you would see, and of course USB. There's a bus for every solution. They use a CAN in cars because it's high speed and it has a great noise immunity because you don't want, your car to have, noise problems, data errors and stuff.
Yeah, so we're partnered with Circuit Co. The BeagleBone guys, they build all the Beagle boards and Beagle Bones. So they're actually going to help take this to market. So we worked with them to basically take the 2 winning designs and actually take it to market so that they can kind of get their name out there, right?
Can you show me these designs?
Yeah, absolutely. And I wish they were here. But this was basically...
I'm secretly recording you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hi. So it's an 8x8 LED matrix. So this is based on our MSP430 launch pad. There's a couple of TLC, TI LED drivers in the background. And unlike some of the other LED matrices that only build in 1 dimension, this one is actually 2-dimensional. So he's done the math and he thinks he can support a sign that's 1 foot high by 5 foot wide, all off of 1 MSP430 launch pad. Yeah, well, I think he's just got a bunch of shift registers or whatever, so you actually don't need a whole lot of RAM there. Yeah, I think so.
Well, you wouldn't need much I/O either, you just need speed.
Yeah, exactly right.
These RGB or single color?
These are RGB.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know, so it'll be pretty slick.
I have a bunch of these laying around. I've only gotten into a few projects.
Yeah.
Actually, I scored a Beagle Bone.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Because, we can run Ubuntu, right? It's
exactly
so
right.
Than the Raspberry Pi.
And you can run Android on it as well. And what's great about the Beagle Bone is you have access to all the I/O pins as well, right?
Yes, I was just going to say
which
that.
Which is really cool.
Raspberry Pi has
not a whole lot.
Plus a few buses.
And then you have to buy this GERT board as well, right? So with a Beagle Bone, it's all on 1 board.
We just did a project with the Raspberry Pi, and at the end we were like, well, I think it was like web streaming or something. And I'm like, man, if we, my friend's like, if we could use a Beagle Bone, we'd have a little bit more energy or power to do this. But we wanted to use Raspberry Pi because we started with that. So
I'm
definitely interested. I got one when I get back home.
No, totally.
I'm definitely going to look into it. So
have
looking
fun.
forward to it.
You need to start picking up this guy.
I have a couple of these. I get so much stuff sent to me. I have no time to do it all.
I believe it, man. I believe it. So we actually ported the Arduino IDE to this guy.
Yeah, Energia, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
Named after the Russian rocket.
Man, you already did your
Launchpad.
homework, this guy. Wow.
So this is about the only time I know something for a change.
So we have some special TI motor control solutions here. We have some special Piccolo devices here on the bottom. So these are our C2000 Piccolo devices. And they have some special code in ROM that allows them to do sensorless FOC control, that's field-oriented control, of these 3-phase brushless DC motors. We also have an integrated power electronics solution there that'll drive up to about 6-7 amps. So it's more than enough for these little motors.
Yes.
It's very, very lightweight too as well. So
hold it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very, very lightweight.
Yeah. So I've got aluminum standoffs on it right now, and I'm gonna do a respin of this board to integrate like the wireless modules. This has Bluetooth and GPS. We're actually using the same sensors.
You can fly it remotely.
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll be able to Bluetooth your phone to it, fly it with your phone using accelerometers. Also, put in waypoints. And really, the cool thing is we're going to leverage the Arducopter software. So there's a third-party project called Energia, and that allows you to run Arduino code on one of our Launchpad products. So
Energia?
Yeah, Energia. Yep.
So you use the MSP430 with this?
So this is the C2000 Launchpad.
Okay.
And that's what this was designed for, but it should be able to work with either a Tiva C-Series Launchpad or the MSP430 Launchpad.
It's hard to keep all this straight.
Yeah, I know, it's tough. But yeah, it's been a real fun project, and by kind of modeling it after work that's been done by other people, we're able to leverage that and reuse it and save ourselves a little bit of the headache and get this to market faster.
Right. There are a lot of cool embedded systems here. AMD just announced a new AMD embedded system on a chip. Instead of an APU, which is this GPU and the CPU on one chip, this is a whole system on a chip, SoC, like you usually see with an ARM processor. So that's going to be interesting. The new thing is to embed processors and everything. We saw an ARM processor with a battery and a solar cell, 1 millimeter square, that fits on your eye to measure the pressure of the liquid in your eye. Insane stuff. It's like, wow, we're like in the future, but we're not. It's 2013. This is now. So yes, it was great meeting all these great people. hearing a lot of stories, seeing the new technology, going to the pretzel cart. That was also quite awesome. So yes, I've really quite enjoyed my time here in sunny Silicon Valley, San Jose for Design West 2013. Closing time. One last call for alcohol. So finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay in the main exhibit hall. I know who I want to take you home.
Before heading out to Design West, we collected viewer questions to Ask Ben Heck via the Element 14 community and Twitter. We took some time away from wandering the expo halls to answer those questions live at the Element 14 booth. You can watch the Q&A videos at element14.com/Design West. Check it out! That's all the time we have for today. In our next episode, we'll discuss tips and tricks for doing all of the wiring in your projects. Wires are an important part of electronics, you know. We'll see you then. Stay tuned at element14.com/TBHS, where you can join the discussion, suggest builds for the show, and even have a chance to win upcoming builds. Remember, you can always email build ideas to benheck@element14.com. Thanks for watching.